Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to make my Sunday NFL predictions for Week 9. I'm probably going to upload this tomorrow because it's a little bit late here on Saturday. And one of the most important things about YouTube is the date and the time that you choose to upload your videos, just for the sole fact that if I were to upload this now, nobody would probably watch it. But then again, it's not something you maybe should upload at 8 a.m., but that's also feeding into the week. And we have a lot of games this week that are probably going to be blowouts. There's a few good games in here and interesting games, but from the look of it, it's a lot more exciting on paper than Week 8 was. But there's a lot of games in here that I think are going to be blowouts. So we'll get into that in a second. But I'm going to make my predictions last week. Like I said, I think we went 13-2. So we did pretty good. We weren't flawless. I'm sure, hopefully, one of these weeks I can go flawless, but it could be a harder week this week because there could be a lot of lopsided wins and different things that go into that, factor into that. But the first game actually happened on Thursday, and it was the 49ers taking on the Cardinals in Arizona, and this was Jimmy G's first actual showing for him as a elite player. Well, we know he's an elite player already, but on the 49ers, because the team's defense has carried them to this point, but it was Jimmy Garoppolo's first, I guess you can say, flirting with almost 400 yards on the game. So we saw them beat the Cardinals 28-25, and the 49ers are now 8-0. And Kyler Murray's been playing better. The Cardinals have been playing better, but they are in the NFC. No need to worry about them making the playoffs because that will not happen. The first game on Sunday is a London game at 9:30. Houston and Jacksonville. It's an AFC South matchup. And for me, I have to root for Jacksonville because I want the team that's doing worse to slow down the team that's doing better. Because I still believe that the AFC South is well up for grabs. I would say I'm going to go with Houston to win this game because they're the better team. They're better overall. Minshew's been playing better, but outside of Jacksonville's defense, I don't really know. I think that this could be a high-scoring game. I would definitely see, but I would definitely go with the Houston Texans to win this game, just by default because they're the better team. And yeah, I just don't see the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their run game might be good. Like I said, this is the Texans' first game without J.J. Watt, to my knowledge. He is done for the season, or what they fear for him to be done for the season, so it's always unfortunate for something like that to happen, but I would go with the Texans to still win this game. Much better team, better quarterback, just a better overall team as a whole. There's not too much to go over in this. Next game is Sunday, 1 p.m. This is the 1 o'clock frame. It is the Colts going to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no reason to believe that the Steelers would win this game outside of last week. And even the first half of that game against Miami, they looked atrocious. There's no reason to believe that the Steelers are going to be able to stop the Colts or go toe-to-toe with them. The Steelers' offense has looked atrocious all year. You can really tell that since Big Ben went down, it really, really hurt this team. And we knew that that was going to be the case, but no reason to believe the Colts will not beat the Steelers. The Colts have been on a roll. Their defense is good, and I think that this could maybe be a low-scoring game, but I would still see the Colts winning. I don't really see Pittsburgh winning any which way or how. I don't really know how they could. I'll certainly be rooting for them. Can't root for the Colts whatsoever. Next game is the Eagles hosting the Bears. Now, you got the Bears defense going against the Eagles. One of the things that plays to their factor, like it does for any team, the Eagles are home. I think the Eagles have kind of righted their ship a little bit. I still think they have work to do, but they definitely have righted their ship, and the Bears have been really unimpressive this year. So I would definitely say the Eagles are going to get this win at home. It's definitely a win that they need, and I think, like I said, the safe bet would be to root for the Eagles. The Bears can definitely win this game based on how their defense plays, but I would definitely go with the Eagles to win this game, and I think that that's the right team to choose. Now, the next game, okay, the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Now, if the New York Jets lose this game, they are the worst team in football, and they might be one of the worst teams in a long time. The can't lose to Miami Dolphins. Now, let's say this. If you lose to the Dolphins, period, you suck. But now, if the Jets were to... Ready for this? The Dolphins play a different team this week, and that team, they beat that team. You never want to be the first team to lose to a winless team halfway through the season. You never want to be the first. You don't want to lose at all. But you never want to be the first team to lose to a winless team halfway through the season. You do not. You do not. And I have a very, very big fear that if the Jets don't dominate this game, they will be that first team. There's no way they could lose this game. So I'm going with the Jets to beat the Dolphins. I think that they're due for a big win. Well, they've been due for a big win for 30 years. But they definitely got to win this game. Dolphins could definitely win this game, and believe it or not, I'm actually putting them well in this game. But yeah, I'm going with the Jets to win, and I think that they're going to dominate the Dolphins. But I would not at all be surprised if this game is close. But go with the Jets. The next game has potential to be the game of the week had Patrick Mahomes been playing. They're saying that Moore is more than likely, to start. Instead, Mahomes is looking very unlikely, and that's the Vikings going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. If Mahomes starts this game, this could be one of the best games of the year, but he doesn't. Kansas City has a chance, but a very small chance. I think Minnesota's going to dominate this game. Maybe not dominate, but their defense is going to definitely shut down Kansas City. And I think their offense, Dalvin Cook, is going to run wild on this Chiefs pass rush, or this Chiefs line, because the Chiefs defense is not that good. The Vikings are probably going to rip right through the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going with the Vikings to beat the Chiefs. The next game is my game. The Titans going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Now, this is one of our harder challenges this year, I would say. This can go either way. I'm not worried about us on defense, but I'm also not necessarily worried about us on offense. It is just us making the right play calls. I think that if we play and we do the right calls and we don't do stupid things and make penalties, that we're more than capable of beating the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey is going to have to be compromised. That is a big, because if he runs everywhere, the Panthers will beat us. But if you stop Christian McCaffrey, I know Kyle Allen's good, and DJ Moore is also there for the receiving threat of Carolina, but I would definitely say that either team can win this game, but I'd go with the Titans just because our defense has been on a roll, and I think that we're going to beat the Panthers tomorrow, and it's going to be a tough one. The next game, we'll probably see the Washington Redskins get shut out against the Buffalo Bills defense. The Redskins are going to Buffalo to take on the Bills, and if there's anything I know, the Redskins will probably be delighted to get just a field goal off of this defense. They suck. But now they're saying that they might start Dwayne Haskins tomorrow. So instead of 3 points, the Washington Redskins may now put up 6. There's no way. There's no way. The Bills might not drop 30, but it could easily be a 14-0 game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that. I'm going with the Bills to win this game. I would be shocked if the Redskins beat them. Next game, you're cracking into that 4 o'clock frame. Another game that is just going to probably be boring and a blowout. Tampa Bay going to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. There's no way the Seahawks can win this game. They will run all over them unless the Tampa Bay line shuts down Chris Carson. The receiver threats will be wide open because the Titans against Tampa Bay, literally, the receivers kind of did whatever. Russell Wilson is more than skilled enough to avoid any type of pass rush from Tampa Bay. And I just think the Seahawks outdo the Buccaneers in pretty much every category. So, Seahawks will win this game. Now, the next game can be interesting, but it's the Lions going to Oakland to take on the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders to win this game. I just think they're the better team. I don't have any specific ways of breaking it down as to saying why. Because certain games, you kind of just get the feel for it and you see. Going with the Raiders to win this game. They're the better team. But this could definitely be one of the better games of the week because the Lions match up good against the Raiders. and the Lions have talent of their own as well, and they've had players as well. But I would not be surprised to see either team win this game, and that is your 4 p.m. frame. Now, your later 4 p.m., your 4:30 frame, is two interesting games. You have the Green Bay Packers going to LA to take on the Chargers. Phillip Rivers can keep up with Aaron Rodgers, but the Chargers can't keep up with the Packers. This could be a blowout, or this could be a close game. If the Chargers want to really cement themselves as a team that is still relevant this season, they have to win this game, and they have to do it in convincing fashion, but that is not going to happen. The Green Bay Packers are probably going to run, literally, and do everything possible to run right through the Chargers defense, which is non-existent to begin with. The Packers will probably put up 40 on them, and it is probably going to be a blowout, but I could be wrong. I don't want to ever count Phillip Rivers out, but I would go the Packers to win big. The next game is Cleveland going to Denver to take on the Broncos. Now, Joe Flacco will not play. Regardless of if he plays or not, the Broncos still suck. But that makes it even harder. I think that the Cleveland Browns are due for a dominating performance. Like the one you seen against the Jets. Even the game they lost, but they played against Baltimore earlier in the year, where they looked good. The Browns are due for a dominating performance. Now, Denver does have that defense, but I would not be surprised to see the Browns blow them out. It all depends on Baker Mayfield, who has been severely underwhelming this year. I'm going with the Browns to win this game and in convincing fashion. The Sunday night game. Now, the New England Patriots have not had a legitimate threat except the Buffalo Bills all year. They're headed to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, which now it is the Ravens. It is the Patriots' first test at a very good team. This is interesting. I think that if the Ravens win this game in huge fashion, or they just beat them to a pulp, people will start to say that New England is just hype. I think there is a lot more than just hype to New England, but I also don't think that they are the best team in the league. Regardless of what any statistic says. The Ravens will not win this game, though. It is still Tom Brady, still the Patriots. I don't really know how the Ravens could fare against a team like that. I'm just going with the Patriots to win, and that's just how I feel. The final game of the week is the Monday night game, and now the Cowboys are coming to MetLife Stadium to take on the Giants. I would not be shocked, based on recent events, to see the Dallas Cowboys lose this game to the Giants. But I also think the Cowboys need to win. My heart is telling me go with the Cowboys, but based on recent events, I just don't know if I can. I'm going to do it anyway. Cowboys are going to beat the Giants, but I would not be shocked to see the Giants beat the Cowboys based on recent events. This has been your NFL Week 9 preview and predictions. Thank you for watching.